Hello everyone and welcome back to Fatum Aeterna, Lord of the Dead, Fatum Aeterna, the fate of the eternal to forever act as the avatar of death to cleanse the corrupted mortals. We have before us an elite squad. This is our second, right? I think it is. Anyway, before us an elite barbarian, elite elven ranger, elite rogue, and elite elven scout. Oh my, 2 new enemies and they're already elite. Who would have thought? But I have some ideas to counter this with our good old trusted group, and we're going to take them into battle. I'm going to bring with us a creepy doll. This will force all enemies at the beginning of combat to undergo a sanity check, and because of the shackles of war, they will all go insane. Now, this could kind of bite us in the buttocks, because the barbarian's probably going to go berserk, if I were to take a guess. But if we can get the other stuff to, like, skip their turn or something, I'd be perfectly okay with it. And we have 2 creepy dolls, so why not use one of them? They exist to be used, my friends. Not to be ignored. Betrayal. Ah, the ranger went berserk, though. What about you? Panic. Okay. And Curtis. Craven mutt. Attacks against a target, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad I distilled again before I began recording to make sure Ossifrage wasn't low health. I was really just afraid of the rogue because he deals more damage. Okay. Here's the plan. You ready? It's a great plan. Is it a great plan, though? Wait, why does Nurgle have a block? Was I responsible and picked one up? That might have happened. I can't remember. There was a comment that was very helpful, and it involves the stance here. We fought a lot of enemies that had a lot of stances last time. Primarily swordsmen.
Extinction of life.
And I don't remember if I actually said that I couldn't deal with them, but you can deal with them by moving them as long as they move. And this was left by Ice Wave 143, thank you. So this should interrupt her stance. Now, of course, because she is a scout, that also means she gets accuracy and damage increase. But hey, it happened, you know? That's unfortunate. So you can interrupt stances by moving people about. It can be kind of frightening, depending on what you're doing. Because, of course, with the swordsman, if we missed trying to move him, someone was going to get hit for a lot of damage. But important to note that as long as the hit connects and they actually move, not like, say if we try to pull this ranger forward, his stance wouldn't be removed if he were in one. So that's an important stipulation, and thank you for telling me.
This never gets old.
Because that would be helpful to know. Lol. Anyway, this is going swell. I can't say I'm a fan of Loviatar having no evasion, but we can, you know, remove that. Just kind of hoping that would kill him. I might just go back. Wow. I might just go backwards with Nurgle. That's very rude. That's extra rude. It's a good thing Ossifrage doesn't really care.
Your frail bodies fail you.
But I can't say I'm a fan of it. Aww. Also, there's a recommendation by none other than the Lich himself, Helion, to give the mechanical eye to the Banshee, which is an interesting thought. For the most part, the Banshee has enough evasion at 124 to not miss anything.
One more for the stockpile.
But it would guarantee that her stun always lands. So that's an interesting thought. Something to keep in mind for sure. Right now, she is wearing the thing. You know, the thing. Bane Aura, that thing. Which is providing additional spell power for us. Not useful here, but when we need it, it is very useful. I like spell power a lot. Bye-bye.
A
Anyway.
sad display for mortal kind.
That Was an elite fight. Fortune Magnet. All minions receive plus 16 luck until the battle ends. Well, that's pretty cool, isn't it? That would bring Nergleth to 53 luck. So it's a 50-50 if he crits or not. I can get behind that. What about you, Nergleth? What am I getting behind for you? Nothing? Alright, we'll hold off. Loviatar. We would need to rank up 4 more times to buy the final level of evasion. 4 more times. That's a lot of times to level up. Oh, yes, I forgot about this too. This was just a fun little conversation I had with Chazakil, who also has a Wraith name waiting for use. But you see the sword on the back here of Ossifrage? They pointed out that the arms of Ossifrage can't reach this sword, so why is the sword even here in the first place? And it should be removed. Justice for the Bone Golem and all that. Well, I think, even though you can see the spinal column here, the Bone Golem's lore is that they are constantly degenerating. And partially because of the curse put on them to keep their ginormous, humongous form. And my theory is that the sword is there to act as like a spinal column because the sword itself isn't part of the golem and therefore isn't degenerating. So, it's nice to have a support column that isn't degenerating. I wouldn't know because mine is, but you know, it's like a pseudo-spine. Anyway, fun little random tangents that happen in the comments. We are fighting an Elven Ranger, a Shield Maiden, an Elite Rogue, and a Bard. Of all these things, what's the most annoying? The Bard. What do we do about it, though? I don't know.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
Do I want to wear the Fortune Magnet? Oh, it doesn't show me the upgrade. We don't really have a luck target besides Nergleth. I mean, do I need a luck target besides Nergleth? I guess we'll farm some parts. Because, we're getting a little low. We're getting a little low. I did get a block for Nergleth. How nifty. Good job, Nergleth. Oh, I remember now. I sat there like, we should probably be responsible and get a block, huh? Probably. I'm gonna use some mana.
Strength through pain.
Because I spy a bard. And I don't like bards. I might even try and pull her forward. We'll see. We'll see. I wonder how much evasion I could get good old Garothnaka to have. Curious. So if this crits, I think that's a dead bard. Let's see. Show me your potential. This is with plus 20 dread, by the way. And this is all going to crit.
Blight this world.
All right. 50 times 4, that's 200. 200 is a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead and heal up. Why not? Even though I'm fully confident in Ossifrage's survivability. Move. Hey! I brought her up front. I'm not killing her, though, and that's a little sad. Really? Well, okay. Be cursed. Although, oddly enough, I thought she'd still be in the final position, but the bard, the rogue, moved her away. So I could have actually just killed her there, if I were paying attention. Oh well. We have Hopeless! Oh. Just kidding.
Fresh corpses.
Garden of Decay is pretty good, it turns out. Speaking of Garden of Decay. Ossifrage, you're alright, right? Even though Ossifrage takes decreased damage as he gets lower on HP, the rogue deals increased damage as he gets lower on HP. So you can kind of sense combative thread here. What? A conflicting trend here, I think is what I was trying to say in my head. No? Okay. Just keep healing. You fail to understand the power of Ossifrage, Rogue. He shall not be broken. Weakness. Help me! Help me, Anakin! That was such a great scene. I think I mentioned this before, but there was a video I saw when I was perusing the interwebs that was titled... What was it again? How Palpatine's aide-de-camp saved the prequels or something. And obviously Palpatine is the best character in the prequels, but...
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Oh, that was funny. He is... I also mentioned this before, but Ian McDillan, the actor for Palpatine, is a bona fide actor, like theater actor, not movie actor. Even though obviously he's been in at least 4 movies, 5, 6, a few of them anyway. So anyway, the Helion has reached rank 15. Now is the time for Armageddon. I'm probably not going to use it, but I do like Armageddon. What's it? Oh, this is movement. Yeah. I remember someone a long time ago talked about using Bedlam with the Bride's Overwatch stance to trigger the movement. It's a pretty good idea, honestly. All things considered. So, we have 2 paths before us. And I've pretty much already... That's a lot of steals. Hold on. So, my original plan was to go up here, grab this chest, go to the right a little bit, and then zip-zap, zigzag through here, grab the Ancient Coffin, go up this way to the Digger Souls, and around to Zabaus, the Monster Slayer. But we could do the same thing, just taking us a left here, going to the right. That seems ill-advised. Or we can just hang left. Coffin, steal, chest, steal, steal. Okay. That looks good. So we're fighting over here. We are fighting an Elven Ranger, a Barbarian, Elite Rogue, and Rogue. Wow. So about that varied slaughter. Do we bring Chambleur for fun, mostly? I mean, they don't really apply buffs to themselves. She does have a single target stress ability, right? Yeah, Inspire Heroics. I told you, everyone wants to be in this freaking 3rd slot. Why? Why? I was also thinking, is it time for Mothra to come back? They do apply some debuffs, this group. The Mark and the Double Rogue shenanigans. I don't really need Lolviatar in that slot right now. Alright, Mothra. Let's have some fun, shall we? I was thinking about you earlier today. Alright. Let's see what's what. If we wanted to, we could also have Gareth Naka and Mofdet switch places. Risky, yes, but hilarious as well. This is kind of like a curse stack idea here. You know what, I'm just gonna heal. There's 2 rogues, I should kind of sort of respect it. To some extent.
Terror will overflow.
So remember, Mofdet, because of her unique item, will heal at the start of her turn for the amount of curses on the field. So hopefully we can get a decent amount of those a rockin' and a rollin'. All remaining... Uh-oh. Mofdet. I worry for your safety. Mofdet, I worry for your safety. This should just be a dead barbarian, though. I shouldn't be that worried. It is concerning that the barbarian moves before Mofdet. and has most of the curses. It is mildly concerning.
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
That was an okay amount of healing, I think. Good Vengeance Beam. Lol. The fact that they even thought they could hit Gargoyle is amusing. So how close are we actually getting to the evasion builds? I want to try it so bad. Ooh. Weakness. I still have this debuff. You'll regret giving it to me. They stole my sanity. Did we? What did I steal? Wait, how did
Become part of the breathless tide.
I'll increase my accuracy. Why not? Because hitting this guy is going to be challenging. I might as well heal. I think I'm going to upgrade this Accursed Feast for Mock Dead to increase its healing. I think that's the decision that I've chosen. Hello. And a goodbye. Almost worked out well. Mufta got hit by a few more things than I thought she would, but it's okay.
Good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Another weird mandolin. Really? Gorathnaka has reached rank 18, and I was going to go for Far Grasp, because it's 2% evasion, and that's nifty, but I was enlightened with Death Grasp. Two episodes ago, this would have been really helpful to deal with the gargoyles, because this would make it so that minus 24 resistance brings them to -2 resistance, and there's no negative resistances in this game, which would be awesome if there were. But it provides another opportunity to kill constructs. Far Grasp would literally only be for the evasion. And 2 evasion, I guess we can live without. Speaking of evasion, we can get more, or we can wait for another ward, which is probably what I'm going to do. I think that's the play. Asifraj has gained yet another rank, bringing him up to rank 4, and we're holding points, it looks like. I think so, yep. Okay. Coffin, there's one item I want. Well, a few would be useful, but there's one item I really want. Please, show it. It did not. We have before us the Wizard Bones. It reduces magical damage received by 40%, increases physical damage received by 40%. Even though there's more magic on the later floors, I don't know if there's ever just magic, making this relatively dangerous. Another mechanical eye. We have one already. But the thing that's made me think is the Ashes of the Burned Witch. There's an equivalent item of this, called the Crow's Paw, that we have been looking for. We haven't seen it yet, but we want it. I still want it so bad. But I think we'll take this for now.
I'll take it as tribute.
Because there's a curious idea. Do I even do it, though? Or do I just hold it? Before that, though, before I talk about it, do we want to upgrade the abode? I think I talked about upgrading the statue, didn't I? And I never did it because I'm terrible. At this point, I'm just going to upgrade the abode. That seems wise. Pretend you did it on purpose, and then the world will never know.
We are much alike, you and I. Revenge is what drives us.
Okay. Moving on. So this item, this item that we got, the Ashes of the Burning Witch. For each attack, it will set an enemy on fire for 2 turns, dealing 4 damage for AoE targets and 10 damage for single targets. This does count the Pestilent Rain attack 4 times. So all of a sudden, an enemy has 40 ignition on them. Last campaign, we made great use of this with the Fallen Dampier. Why do I keep pressing the wrong button? The Fallen Dampier, her ability, Pain Blast, hits 5 times, so there were 5 stacks of the ignition, and each stack of ignition counted as its own debuff, which meant we paired it later on with the Blood Phantasm, who dealt increased damage per debuff, and all of a sudden, we were just one-shotting things. Which leads me to think we could do something similar. I don't know why I pulled you out, Genganga, but here you are. I guess the Helion can go there, and Mothdet. Mothtet's done well. If we... I don't even know if I want to equip it, though. If we equip the Ashes of the Burning Witch on Nergleth, and Pestilent Rain things, give them 4 stacks, not only deal a lot of dread damage, but give them 4 stacks of Ashes of the Burned Witch, then Nyarlathotep, Stare into the Void, has 4 bonuses just like off the bat. That's something that could be interesting. But I am hesitant to use the Ashes of the Burned Witch because it is a rare item, and we can make much better use of it than just trying to trigger Nyarlathotep's bonus. Does it make sense? Dread. I hope that makes sense. But speaking of Nyarlathotep, okay, not this time. Maybe later. So before us, we have an Elite Elven Ranger, Elite Shield Maiden, Elite Gargoyle, and Elite Bard. So this time...
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hands.
The Infused Dagger, we have been using this to crush the bones of everything, really. And we've been using it primarily for the Gargoyles. And we were so very close last time to one-shotting Gargoyles that this time...
It embellishes my undead features, no?
We're going to. We're just going to do it. We're going to crush them. Crush them bones. So I do need Helion out here. I need you. So for the 4th slot, I guess Gareth Naka's ideal. Let's see. Yeah, because worst case, like, even if the cloud comes down, we'll say. Wait, what about Mothdet? Mothdet synergizes better with the cloud, but do we care? Question mark? Mothdet. I know I just put you away, but you know what? Let's try this. Put Gareth Naka and Nergleth in here. See if we can get Nergleth level 22. This is going to be weird. This feels weird. Oh well. I should probably use something here. We could remove initiative. We have 2 webs. That's kind of how I've been deciding things so far. You know what? Let's use Vulnerability Orb.
It embellishes my undead features.
This really only applies to the Gargoyle and the Bard. Such a great use of an item. And by such a great use, I mean terrible use. Let's not do that. I guess I'll use the web. Why not?
It embellishes my undead features.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, Crush Bones 50 plus 88 magic damage. That is 138. Then we double that. It should be good. A lot. Like 270 or something. So that's the plan. I think the Gargoyle rushes ahead. If I were to guess. So I'll put this here. Vulnerability Orb actually would have been decent. Too much block. Too much
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Really? That's what you're gonna do? It only would have been more irritating if she had turned 1 stunned. That just would have been more. That would have been worse. I guess I'm getting Accelerando and delay. All the blocks and wards are gone. Well, blocks are still here. Wards are gone. We're holding. I think you're holding as well. Sure, we'll see. We'll see what's what. Clouds are down. Oh no, you're gonna attack Possifrage. Whatever will I do?
Decay, corruption, extinction.
Oh no, who could have seen this coming? Alright, let's see if this actually kills him now. The Elite Gargoyle is sitting at 275 hit points. And now, it's dead. One overkill, wow. That just boggles my mind. Huh. That went really well. Out of all of our attempts thus far, I think that one went the best. Okay. Hello.
Your frail body's failed.
So this is how you use the cloud, really, on most cases. You just drag people through it non-stop. Drop the cloud, toss them. Keep the chain a-rolling. Stress them into oblivion. It is also worth noting that we are drastically reducing luck for a short period of time, while Mothdead is playing around with his prey, with her prey, excuse me. We are talking about an ancient cat goddess. We must show respect. Respect for the person who is death flagged I've raised a few times. But it's fine. Death flags can be ignored. Isn't that like the entire reason for manga?
Just a fraction of my power.
Because she was moved, this dance was interrupted. So thank you, Ice Wave. Now we just have to make sure that we connect with those and not miss and cause problems. Less of a threat here, though. I mean, if we miss, the Shield Maiden just laughs at us. It's not like we're gonna die. Like against certain other individuals. The cloud's pretty strong, right? No buff. Heroism doesn't matter that much, I don't think, but I don't want the buff. Oh no. I guess we can Aww.
Just a fraction of my power.
I kind of wanted to make sure that the bard dies first. But what I was thinking about was dominating undead with Helion to move Mothdead forward. What? I can't. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got them all.
A predictable
To amplify Curse, but ooh, that wasn't needed. We got it. The Golden Rose for the first 2 turns of battle. All minions deal plus 25% damage. I said we got it, but this is an awesome item. And the Vulture's Feather. Who cares? I love the Golden Rose. But didn't we get that on, like, the 5th floor last time? It's really late.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
This is making me very excited. Our curses, our opening up curses are going to be so strong. We could get steal or experience for our minions, but what if I just kinda spam it? You know? Swordsman, Elite Barbarian, Swordsman, Elven Ranger. Okay, let's go back to our good group. By good group, I mean our very... Ooh, I can sacrifice this. I don't want this. Our uber effective group. This was pretty fun, though, having Mothdead pulling people all the time. Well done, Mothdead. And of course, Helion. We're going to wait one more rank and then get more Dread, because I want those clouds to be literal death traps. Speaking of them being literal death traps, if you don't like this strategy, or if you have other ways of removing armor resistance, you can't always go the other way. The Plague Cloud. It is an actual death trap. 3% chance to die instantly. Doesn't apply to bosses, of course. But, you know. Oh, wait. Swordsman. We could try Nyarlathotep here. Instead of Loviatar. Although I'd like Loviatar. Is that enough of a reason to not science. Let's see. We're up against... we don't really need Shumblr. I was thinking we can Nyarlathotep and Shumblr, but I kind of have deviated from that path. Like, if we had Dashed Hopes, then I should be... I wish you could respec your characters. What if I just make a second Nyarlathotep? He does have armored plates, though. That's kind of annoying. Even though I have 2 Dark Knights, 2 armored plates. No, I won't. I like the idea, but we'll hold off. Speaking of holding off, in 4 talent points I can get a ward or more dread. More dread. We're getting more dread. I don't know why I even thought about it. We have 3 talent points to spend, and how are we going to spend them? Great question. But I was thinking earlier, how do we increase our spell power? How do we increase the efficacy of Crushing Bones? And there are a few paths to do so. Path numero uno. Here in Alchemy Tree, after calcinating, we gain plus 15 spell power for 1 battle. Calcination is the alchemy thing that restores mana to you. This is about the same spell power as the Lancet weapon, so it's not bad. But it's nowhere near as good as Necromantic power. I thought it was Necromantic Mastery, but... The other option is Blood Magic. At 100 Wrath, Iratus receives 36 spell power. And I'm kind of leaning towards this, because 36 spell power is a lot of spell power. Overwhelming Ire would also be pretty nifty. But what would I do if I was responsible? That's such a boring question to ask. If I was responsible, I'd probably be going for the Finger of Death, huh? I would be, yeah. This is the responsible choice. Because we're pretty close. 2 points here, 3 points here, 4 points there. Obtained. But Ire is so much fun. We could also go for Battle Eternal. Which I said that I would. Because I've never used it before. I kind of want Blood Magic, honestly. Alright, let's discuss this while I'm killing these. Using our very reliable group of cursors. Oh, the Vulnerability Orb would have been awesome here. How much evasion do you have? Wait, you have 0 evasion? Really? Huh. Okay.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
I was like 97% sure she had some level of evasion. But see, the ability to do stuff off of buffs would be pretty nifty against these swordsmen, and much later on, when there's buffs galore. But you know, here we are. Just let's protect Nergaleth. He is our hyper carry. It's not doing much at the moment. Oh no! Whatever will I do?
My kingdom comes.
I don't know. Wow. I could do this. It's pretty mean, isn't it? Okay. Oh, that was funny. So, the swordsman hit Lolviatar and then missed. So, it healed back the amount of damage she had taken. Also, we're going to use Echoing Terror here, and we're going to hope that the swordsman doesn't dodge it.
So,
good job.
This is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like? Yeah, pathetic.
Curiously, the swordsman in the stance didn't move, but still canceled their debuff, or their stance. Maybe it moved but didn't move. Does that make sense? Like, they moved forward because of the death, but also moved forward because of the shockwave, or terror wave. Let's see how much XP I'm worth. Oh! 4th wall breaking. That's always a good time. Panic. Yes. Panic. Every time that Loviatar misses, I want to put the mechanical eye on her. Every single time. Okay, so talent points. Let's discuss that before I forget. As I mentioned, if I'm being responsible, we're going for the Finger of Death. That's just the responsible option. It's the strongest spell in the game. Why wouldn't you? Bye-bye. But I kind of want to go for Blood Magic. We have this set entirely composed for dealing spell power damage, or increasing our spell power, for whatever reason. So, why not lean even harder into it? This evasion's working out pretty well, though. Loviatar, please, no missing. I'm pretty sure I roll the tongue, but that's like a bad, not a bad habit, but a habit from a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen in Finish, most Finish. So I apologize if anyone even knows what I'm talking about. But I like rolling the tongue. Fun fact, when I was younger, no one else in my class could do it, but I could. I learned Spanish from a really young age, but I don't remember any of it. I'm pretty good at listening to it, but really bad at speaking it. Ward. So now we have 30% evasion granted to us by the Phantom Clothes. That brings us up to 55%, as long as we have all three of our blocks and wards. That's not bad. Could be better. Which makes me wonder when the evasion is actually going to work. It has to be like a late 5th floor thing, right? Maybe not, who knows. We now have 4 talent points, and there wasn't much of a discussion, was there? But I want this.
I need nothing but my anger to purge this world.
So to synergize with that, we should probably look for ways to either increase our wrath generation or reduce our wrath costs. Also, I'm very disappointed with this. Nobleman's Guard, minion gain +6 resistance until the battle ends. Blech. Minions gain +13 luck and -13 accuracy until the battle ends. Blech. I mean, you can equip this with the other thing, right? All enemies lose 18 accuracy until the battle ends. I'll grab this for science. Let's see. So with, yep.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previous.
So both of these combined give +29 luck, which would bring Nergaleth pretty high. 68 luck? Wow. He would be brought down to 101 accuracy. That's an interesting idea for, we can use the fork for this next combat, right? Elite Barbarian. Oh, maybe not. The dump. This is not a Fallen dump. This is a regular dump here. Elite Rogue and Bard. This is actually a potentially challenging combat. Wow. Wow. Let's try the Rose.
Fetching.
I don't need the dagger, though. We can go about that. Actually, should I go... And we'll keep the glass dagger, because Gareth Naka and Nergaleth are both protected. Oh, and back to this. I went in combat without the chainmail. No! How dare I? How could I waste such a prime opportunity? Speaking of opportunity, I need to continue trying to get Ossifrage to kill things for more vigor. Because no one needs more vigor than Ossifrage. Also, we have a terrifying priority target here. So much so that it might be time to break out Infectious Lunacy. How do I want to deal with this? How much evasion do you have? 15. So Nergaleth offsets all of her evasion. Okay. I'm just thinking because I want
Strength
to
through pain.
do this. We need to get rid of her wards quickly and efficiently. There's also another person whose wards needs to go. So we'll keep Nurglith in the second slot for now. Wait, you hit the rogue? The rogue had 81 evasion and she hit him. I'm impressed. Okay. I need to remove that buff, so it's fine. I need to disrupt the bard. Or the Dampier. I need to kill the bard, disrupt the Dampier. That's annoying. Lol. It's a good thing that only counts for one attack. Also, there's a fun bug that you may have noticed on your screen. The Dampier is missing a leg. It's actually funny because it's acting... Hold on. I'll explain in a second. It's acting like the physics of it are acting like the leg is just not there. It's like trying to fold inwards towards the other physical object it can detect. I find that incredibly humorous. I don't like your shouting. Only I can shout. Yes. Remove the debuffs. You know not what could go awry. I do need 100 Wrath to trigger Blood Magic, which is a thing worth pointing out. But... okay. We'll get there. Eventually. That hurt. Also took away the Glass Dagger buff. More importantly...
My hordes are without number.
Okay. Hold on. She did not have the debuff. Loviatar. Why? That is the second Banshee we've lost. And I am reminded, jokingly, in my head...
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
Of the comment telling me not to use a Banshee against a rogue. Turns out it was pretty accurate. Ah! Mildly irritated.
Perish!
But I mean, it's not the end of the world. Probably have to wait though before we can spawn another. Lol. It might be time.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
For what, you ask? I'm glad you asked. It might be time for another Wraith.
Mine is the winning side.
Ooh. Good news. We didn't get the Slipper back. We got the Bayanora back, which is whatever, but we got the Legendary Dust back. Level 21 Brain. I mean, all things considered, as frustrating as it is, we did get some pretty good rewards out of that. Mildly irritated. So we have before us another Dampier, Elite Barbarian Swordsman, and Elite Crossbowman. What will we do next time? I don't know. We'll find out next time. We've lost Loviatar, our second Banshee, who was named after our first Banshee that we lost. And just be like that. I might sacrifice this fallen Dampier. Nah. We'll keep her. Because
now
if
that you are on my team, I expect less brooding and more killing.
only I can brood. We know this to be true. I should have done this forever ago, but we did upgrade the Iratus statue finally. And I'm thinking that if we encounter some extreme complications, we can always just immediately invoke Ankhya. And boom, a killing machine was created. And of course, Angrath the Unbound would come with her, because what is Ankhya the Fallen Dhampir without an unleashed Demon of Khorne? I don't know. Lesser is what she is. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time to continue the march to the Monster Slayer, and in fact, slay him. Once. And again. Really. Again. This time with stress, hopefully. We'll find out. I actually don't have his Humanorium card, right? Yeah, I'm missing the Pokédex entry, so I can't check. Oops, minor spoilers. Okay, bye-bye.